All right, then we will get right to my number 4 pick, which is one that we have spoken on a little bit. MASH. That is my 4th greatest show. Like I'm just thinking you guys are giving it not enough credit, and we've said a lot about MASH. So let me just speak my very quick piece on this, and that is, to me, the single greatest episode was when Hawkeye. There was a kid that was in the swamps for a little bit, and he smelled his musty clothes, and it brought back a memory from childhood. And it's literally just Hawkeye and this therapist sitting there. And this therapist is slowly sussing out the memory of this time where his older brother that he loved so much saved him from that time that he got him into the water. And he's like, wait, what do you mean? No, I mean, he pulled me out of the water. And then just over sussing it out, Hawkeye eventually bursts into tears and realizes his own brother pushed him into the water. And that was a memory that he had been repressing so long. And like, here I am out in the middle of war, and I'm worried about something that happened all these decades ago. And he's like, he didn't feel like he deserved to even have that reaction because of all, but like, it was still very real. And like, to me, I was very young. I think 11, 12. And that was one of the most human moments I had ever seen portrayed by actors. And so for that, MASH gets my number 4.
Yeah, now, Hawkeye as a character in MASH, real quick, he did this really, the character that they built with him, he was able to portray these deep emotional things that guys at the time weren't really, it wasn't like something we're all supposed to be okay with, but there were like deep emotional scars that he would have these realizations about, but yet he was still the funny guy, and but yet he could be still serious, but he knew who he was, and had this, like, the ego that he had was, hey, like, I'm just this fun-loving character, like, just let me be, blah, blah, blah. I like to objectify women, like, but deep down, the guy was super serious. He had this, like, really deep, like, philosophy of life that portrayed through once in a while on whether it be these repressed memories or when shit really went down or when he had to give advice to somebody. Like, he was one of the, like, he was a very complex character that they just threw out there as a clown. And so, like, half the time, if you didn't watch all the MASH episodes, you didn't get to see all that. But, like, he had this depth to him as a character in most seasons that you were like, shit. Like, and to the point where you were like, what's Hawkeye think about this? And it made you want to watch the next episode and be like, what's, like, how are they going to react to this? And what's Hawkeye's opinion going to be? Like, you looked forward to getting his insight, even though he was the clown. It was really fascinating how they built that character.
We time traveled there for a second. I was just going to say, one of the best quotes I can remember was, it just came to me. Hawkeye talking to Father Mokka, however the fuck you say that. War isn't hell. War is war, and hell is hell. And of the two, war is a lot worse. Father says, how do you figure that, Hawkeye? Hawkeye says, easy, Father, tell me, who goes to hell? He says, well, sinners, I believe. Hawkeye responds, exactly. There's no innocent bystanders in hell. War's chock full of them, little kids, cripples, old ladies. In fact, except for some of the brass, almost everybody involved is an innocent bystander. And that really surmised the horrors and the ugly side of it for so many people who may have not really thought about it in that regard. That show is, iconic.